Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunner. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creation is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. We do full service, partial, month of coronations. We do custom events, milestone celebrations, pretty much anything that need planning and decorating, we handle it all. I am a certified wedding planner and a certified florist. I have years of experience in the wedding industry. I meet my clients at the stage of where they are. So what that means is that if you are having a full service wedding, you need full service we do. If you just want more coordination, if you want a bouquet arrangement, a flower centerpiece, anything that you need to make your event, we do as well. We can also be a liaison in words to connect you to different places. If you have a home that you are selling or office space that you want to decor, we do that as well. So, and we do destination weddings and so pretty much everything that need we're playing as I stated earlier in decor we handle. So today I'm just going to tell you about a few things, some of the do or don'ts that you don't need to do during your wedding ceremony. Some of the things that you need to make sure that you have those things settled, especially in regards to little kids. So the number one thing will start ring bearer. And you might be running, well, what could a cute little tiny ring bearer want to do? One, you do not give your ring bearer your expenses wedding jewelry. You know, it's cute as it's you have this little kid running around. You have an engagement ring that you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for. If that ring get lost, it's lost forever. You can give them a pillow. You can have them walk like that. You can have them walk with a flower girl. You can even do like a pop ring. You can buy some cheap kind of ring or something like that from the beauty supply store, maybe CVS or Claire's or whatever you want to name it. Buy something cheap and make some custom jewelry, whatever the case may be. Buy and put a pillow and walk down with it, but you don't want to give a kid an expensive jewelry because they can lose it and it can cause major problem. So when it comes in regards to your ring bearer, one of the things that I do when I'm planning, I make sure that one, best man or the mayor honor, vice versa, have the best man will have his groom's ring and the bride vice versa will have that. Sometimes maybe because the groom best man usually have pockets, he can hold all the rings and it can be fun, but you just want to make sure you give it to an adult. And sometimes you may not want to give it to a groomsman too because he probably been drinking all day and things like that. So you maybe give it to the officiant because he's the most sane person there. You just want to make sure those things are, available. And then the same thing with flowers. They are so cute and so precious. You do not want to give your flower girl her basket before the wedding starts. Because if you give her a flower girl a basket with her flowers in it, what she's going to do is as simple as that. She's going to start taking the flowers and throwing everything, maybe playing with it, put in the basket somewhere, and then in it, and everything in there is kind of go sideways. So you just want to make sure that you don't give her the basket until you are actually when she's about to walk down the aisle. And then in regards to children, you want to understand they are kids. They sometimes forget something, they get irritated, they get tired, they get things. You want to make it sweet and fun for them. You want to make it sweet and fun for them. Be patient with them. Show them how to walk. A lot of times, and parents, and this goes especially for you. If your kid is in a wedding, try not to do a lot of things to distract them. Honestly, we want to encourage them. We want to see pictures. We want to do everything like that. They are there to perform a service. They are there. When they are done, some little kids can sit down in the seat. Some stands up. It's based on how the wedding to the certain. But don't call your kid while they're doing acting. A kid just runs straight across the bride in the middle of the ceremony because they wanted to go back to their parent. So those are the things that you need to watch out for when you're having your little girl. And in regards to the flowers petal when they're doing that, make sure to take the time to smile and laugh. You want to make it fun because they are under a lot of pressure. They have a lot of nerves. Some little kids is more experienced and fast. And when I mean fast, okay, let me change that. I'm more experienced and friendly and open and relaxed. They may be able to do this with no problem. But there are some other kids who, you know, may not want to And that's open. So you want to encourage them, you want to prep them, you want to teach them and tell them what to do. And kids listen. Kids actually are easy to deal with because they will literally tell you how to feel. If they don't tell you how to feel, they will do things that you need to do. So you don't have to worry about that aspect so far. And then one of the most important things in regards to wedding the children, you want to decide, am I having kids to my wedding? Because as cute as these little kids are and everything they do and every aspect of it, they can mess up your wedding. Seriously. You can have a little kid as people mess up the cake. They can be running down the service. They can be crying. They can do a lot of things. They can be anything the parents go in the wedding. It's a lot. So that's something you want to decide. They're disturbing the place. They're making a mess. And it's just an adult event. Sometimes they're saying things out there you don't want a kid to see. So you need to make sure and question yourself. One, it's like, do I want a kid at my wedding? If I don't, think about the guests. As I always say, you want to think about guests and how it will affect them. There's some people meet where they may not have a sitter and they need to bring their kid along. There may be multiple reasons. So you want to make sure that if you're saying no kids around, we shall 100% understand. Sometimes kids just not supposed to be a wedding. There are some kids that don't say still. It's a lot of things they're cute, but sometimes they do certain things and a lot of different things. So you want to make sure that if you are putting kids on your guest list, you want to make sure that it's okay because you're thinking about it. Yes, the meals may be $25, it might be $15 or $35, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, they're taking a lot of space and they're taking your reception space. That's a lot of more tables you have to use because most parents not going to sit a kid on their lap. They're going to take a seat. So you got a little kid that took a seat for a grown person that should have been there. So you want to make sure and think about everything, constantly. Make sure, line it as I said in prior video. Anything that you're doing, you want to make a plan. You want to make sure that everything is cohesive and going smoothly like the way you want to. Plan it out. Do I want a kids? If it's hard, do the benefits. What are some of the benefits for having kids in your wedding? You can research stuff. You can read some. Sometimes maybe a close family member may have a sibling, or maybe you may have a little sibling that's in a wedding. But you can make that decision. That's your decision to make. You can decide, well, do I want a kiss to my ceremony? It's fine. If I don't want my kiss to my ceremony, it's fine. And then you can go from there. And then another thing for parents, when the couple do say you're allowed to bring your kids, please, 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 please control your children. Talk to them. Make sure they are okay. Prep them up. No matter what you have to do, prep them up. And yes, they are kids. Sometimes they will still do things that kids normally do. These are kids. But you will have it under control for the most part. Like, for example, my son, he was little, even up to this point. I don't have to say much. I just looked at him. There's a look that I gave him. He knows that whatever it is that you are doing right now, you need to stop. He knows that. And know that mommy don't play either. So those are the things you need to do. Control your kids. Don't have your kids running all over the ceremony space, running from one point to another point, yelling and screaming, just going around. Oh, they are kids, they're going to play. No, they are outside. They are in somebody else's event. They are not at home. I know my mom got the same. If you're doing something, it's just like use your indoor voice. They are indoor, not outdoor. What you mean by that is like when you're outdoors, you can be yelling and screaming. It's okay. You're not affecting anybody. The sound is not close. But when you are indoors, there's a lot of people that's in your space and in your ear. So you have to watch what you're saying, how you say it. So take care of your kids. Stop your kid from running all over the place and doing things that they need to do. Make sure they are there. Those little buggers are cute. Another thing is that, as I wrapped up, you do not want your kids to be dressed early. The kids should be dressed at least 2 hours before the ceremony. If they are getting dressed at a hotel, they can get dressed maybe right before you guys walk out. If they're getting dressed home, you want to make sure they're still in the venue. You want to make sure that stay in the venue early, but you still want to make sure you don't want them to put their clothes on and dirty it and things like that because they will be running around and doing a lot of things. But you just want to keep an eye on that and make sure that the hair, the makeup, everything about them is 100% positive and perfect before you leave. But once again, Thank you for watching my video. My name is Linda Gunner. I am the CEO and founder of Linda Perfection Creations. You can subscribe to my channel to learn more about my services. Thank you and have an amazing day.